Hello everybody, I hope you're well. This is the video for the quarantine sketchbook prompts for April 6th through April 10. There are 5 of them this week, and they are due on Google Classroom on Sunday at 10 p.m. So you have a full 7 days to do the 5 prompts. You can choose to do them one at a time, or you could do all 5 of them in one sitting. It's up to you. Some of them are easier than others. They could take you anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes each. So please check out the rubric that is on the document that goes along with this video for how these are going to be scored. And just keep in mind that you have a lot of freedom here. You can use any materials that you have at home, whether that be just a graphite pencil or a ballpoint pen or a marker or ink, acrylic, watercolor, however you want to go about this. I also want to just give a quick disclaimer. When I filmed these videos at home, it was a very rainy, dark afternoon, and the video quality is not what I would like it to be, so I apologize for that, and I promise that I will be more mindful of that in the future so that it isn't as painful for you to watch these. But I hope that it's helpful for you to see the video so you can watch my progress, how I approach and get through the prompts. All right, if you have any questions, please email me, and I hope that these go well for you. Let's get started.
The first prompt is a simple value exercise in which you'll draw a cone that appears three-dimensional. Remember, the illusion of 3 dimensions can be created by establishing a light source and adding lightness and darkness. Hatching, scumbling, stippling, cross-hatching, and blending techniques will help you create highlights, middle tones, and shadows. Start by drawing the cone shape and shading in the darkest areas. Draw with light pressure. It is always easier to add darkness than it is to take it away. The second prompt is a blind contour exercise using a shoe as your reference object. A blind contour is created by drawing the outlines of an object's form without looking at the paper. Remember to draw very slowly as your eyes move along the contour lines of the object you're looking at. Do not look at the paper as you draw. Blind contour exercises are really great for teaching observational skills and also working up your hand-eye coordination. Remember, it's not the point to create a hyper-realistic, accurate drawing. As long as I see details in your line work, then I know you are observing with detail. prompt is a continuous line exercise using a reference image of an animal. A continuous line drawing is created without lifting the drawing tool from the paper. The entire drawing is made with one line. Search for a reference image of an animal and try to place that image really close to your paper so that you aren't having to move your head far back and forth to look at the reference image and your drawing, because you're going to realize it gets a little tricky when you need to make a decision about where to go next, because you can't lift up your pencil. You need to keep that line continuous. The fourth prompt is to create a pattern inspired by a fabric or textile in your home. You're going to draw a pattern that you might find on a curtain, rug, blanket, scarf, other piece of clothing, tablecloth, napkin, tapestries, or something else. Mine was inspired by a Mexican blanket that I keep on my couch. This can be a very abstract drawing. It's a pattern, so you're focusing on basic shapes, lines, and repetition. The fifth prompt is a still life sketch. A still life is a work of art depicting inanimate objects as its subject. First, you're going to create your own still life setup by arranging 3 to 5 objects together so that they're touching or overlapping. Here's the setup I came up with, just a couple things I had in my house. This is not supposed to be a polished drawing. It is a sketch, so be very light with your pencil. Erase things when you need to erase things, work on it as you go, and be patient with yourself. This is one of the more difficult prompts this week, and it may take longer. And try not to move your position. Stay where you're seated the entire time so that you're viewing your setup from the same angle.
Good job. Turn them in by 10 p.m. on Sunday, April 12th on Google Classroom.